Hey guys, it's Pip, and I have read some books I have some strong feelings about, and I needed to share them with you because what is the internet but a place for oversharing? Let's be honest. So, I read the Red Rising trilogy by Pierce Brown, and I have very mixed feelings about it. On one hand, I devoured this series. Like, I basically finished all 3 books in the space of a week. I ate it up while simultaneously being really angry at it. So I wanted to kind of unpack these feelings with you because there are some people that really love this book, and I mean, I don't really get it. There are people that have said this is the best sci-fi ever, and I'm just like, well, you need to read some more sci-fi because it was alright, I guess. But it had some serious problems that I'm not quite sure if like people were just more willing to be like, yeah, they're problems, whatevs. But for me, they were just like, I could not deal. Let's talk about the positive stuff because, I mean, I didn't hate it completely because I didn't DNF it. I listened to these on audiobook and the narration was amazing. Like, amazing performances by the dude who read it. I don't know, future Pip, help me out. Thanks, mate. It was just such a great production. Such great direction. He did accents for the different colours. He did the reds with this beautiful Irish accent, and it just like, oh. He also like had a great run at pronouncing all those stupid words, so good on him for that. I really love the setting. Space, so good. I really enjoyed the spaceships, the on-planet stuff, the off-planet stuff. It was just made me so happy on the inside because I love me some sci-fi. So good. And I really loved the world that he created. I thought it was really interesting. I thought that the color system was really good, was not too like info dumpy. I felt like I could see most things. There were a couple of times when I was like, what's going on? There were times in the book where the characters experienced something pretty intense and then had a pretty intense bodily reaction, and I really appreciated that. One of the characters would like throw up in their helmet and then have to take their helmet off and then have to put their helmet back on, and I was just like, that made me so happy. It was disgusting and he didn't shy away from that, and I really appreciated that, so that was good. Okay, is there anything else? Wow, okay, apparently that's all the nice things I have to say about this. Like, on paper, it is everything that I love in a book. Dystopian, really interesting setting, really interesting uprising, got a good rebellion, you're fighting for the underdog. Like, I'm all about all those things. Execution, guys, so poor. Most of my problems with this book comes down to a choice that the author made in their writing. I don't know what you, like, if it's called writing style or whatever, because I ain't professional. The fact that the whole 3 books was told from Darrow's immediate perspective meant that the author kind of painted himself into a bit of a corner and had some problems that he tried to solve, and I felt he did not solve at all, and it was really poor, and I just made me real angry. The very first point is that the story is told from Darrow's perspective. Only Darrow's perspective, nobody else. There are 3 books. He's going to live till the end. Like, there's no way the voice of the book can't live to the end. It's established so early on that you can rebuild a human. Like, rebuild it from the brain connections up. So every time someone gets hurt or injured or like an arm chopped off or like whatever, you're just like, no biggie, because you can rebuild a human. Basically what this came down to for me was like, every time Darrow was just like, I'm gonna die, I'm like, you can't die, man. There's like 2 books to go, there's 1.5 books to go, there's half a book to go. Like, you can't die. You are basically indestructible with all that plot armor you have. The second thing that bothered me with his voice is that I don't think anybody talks like that. Like, the way he talks, I'm gonna try and be super vague here so there's no spoilers. He does these beautiful monologues just before battle or just before a big event or just like internal monologuing, and they are so beautifully crafted that I'm just like, no. Nobody actually talks like that. Like, if you are that much under pressure and you're about to make a really stupid decision, you can't have really insightful monologues beforehand. It doesn't work. Like, your brain is like farts, and then you make farty decisions. That's how it works. He does a lot of internal monologuing, like a lot. He does this thing where he knows what other people are thinking, and I was not there for that. Because of all this internal monologuing, we assume that Darrow is this really kind of insightful creature, but he's just not. Unless he's got superpowers, he's not going to be able to literally read the minds of other people. And didn't fit with the stylistic choice. I understand why the writer tried to kind of try that little loophole. Didn't gel with me. All the female characters are just so flaky, so like basically transparent in character. Like, I don't know if I want to forgive this or not, because again, I understand, but I don't like it. They're just so bland. And they're bland because they only seem to exist, particularly Victra, as a source of like sexual angst for our main character. And it just made me so mad. Sometimes we like guys, sometimes we like girls, sometimes we want to, you know, do fun things with those people. But that's not the source or the soul or the entirety of our beings. You could argue that because we're viewing this from the eyes of a whatever-year-old dude, that's just how it is. And that's how he sees girls. That's also depressing. Like, if you're going to have a character that's clearly got some issues with women, maybe have someone call him out on his BS. That would be appreciated. Just wanted to punch him in the face. Do you ever have people like that you just want to punch him? That's how I felt. That's how I felt about Darrow. He was so self-absorbed, so narcissistic, so like, I am the chosen one, oh God. The weight of the world is on me and only me because I'm the only one that's in this rebellion. This entire rebellion made up of a whole class. What really prevented me from liking this book, apart from everything else that I've just said, is the unreliable narrator. Darrow is an incredibly unreliable narrator. He is telling you this whole story from his immediate perspective, and he holds stuff back from you all the freaking time. All the time. All the time, every single time, all the time. Really, really annoying. And it's not even for like a really interesting reason, character speaking. It's not like he's an alcoholic or he's psychotic or like he's got, you know, memory blanks or anything. No, he's just a dick. He's just a dick holding stuff back from you to make this beautiful reveal. So he's just like, oh, aren't I just the chosen one? And you're just like, oh mate, like, not okay. I understand why the author had to do this, because when you've got a character who's making the plans and they're discussing the plans at length before the plan happens, then there's no real way to build up suspense. Other than the plan to go wrong and for him to go, oh, no, it's all good guys, because do you know what I also did? I planned another thing and it's all in place and it's all part of my evil plan and it's all just coming out right now because I didn't tell you about the thing that I did like 3 chapters ago. And you're just like, At the very start of the second book, when there is a duel between 2 characters. I'm going to be vague here so it's not too spoilery. There's a duel between 2 characters and Darrow's all just like, oh no, oh I'm gonna die. But wait, while you weren't watching, except because you've been here with me for the entire time, I went off and trained with this super secret dude for like a really long time and now I'm just the best. But you didn't know that and now I'm the best. And you're like, oh dude, we were there with you. We were there with you. The camera is on you this whole time. You can't, Every single time that came up, like once I can forgive, but literally every single plan that they do or big thing that happens, every time he pulls out this duo fucking machina, like move, and it just made me so mad. It made me feel really angry that the writer had written himself into the corner, that the only way he could solve it was to pull this fucking move every single time. Oh, so mad! Mad! I'm so mad. This is an action-packed series. It is political. The political things were kind of interesting, not really fleshed out enough in my opinion, and that was mainly because Darrow is not a political person and I just wanted him to just like move aside and let us go with some more interesting characters. There was no real risk because he narrates the entire series and there's an entire series plus more books afterwards. So you know he's gonna live, you know he's not gonna die, and when every time he screams, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die, it's so terrifying, everything's going wrong," you're just like, no it isn't, mate, because you've got this super other secret plan that you haven't told us about that you're about to reveal in like half a paragraph. And then he does. Then he does reveal. He's just like, but wait, don't worry guys, because that fear that I was telling you about that I was experiencing was all a lie because I've got something up my sleeve. And you're just like, oh, so annoying. So basically just wanted to punch Darrow in the face, and I thought this book would have been a lot more interesting if either it was like one of those, oh god, I don't really know what all the fancy words are, but the one where it's, is it limited, omnipresent, third person, like the he, she, them, those, I wanted it to be that one. I wanted it to be that one because then you could have some really interesting insights into what other people were actually thinking, not just Darrow's mind. You would have been able to make so much more of the political stuff. You would have been able to set up, foreshadow accurately, and have the beautiful payoff of those stupid moments without it being all like, woo, what have I got in my pocket? It's a get out of jail free card. I did not like this book. I will not be continuing on with this series because if it's Maura Darrow, gonna punch somebody's face. I want it to be his. Even though technically I know that I would probably bake my own fist of, you know, the shining gloriousness that is him. But I'd do it anyway, you know. As I said before, I really loved the world. I really loved everything in it except Darrow, and unfortunately Darrow was like the entire story, so that was a big crap. So, because we all have diverse and interesting opinions, tell me what you guys thought. Did you notice any of these things that I've spoken about, and did they bother you like as much as they clearly bother me? Because I could not get past it, guys. I really couldn't. Once he pulled the trick once, I was just like, well, he's just gonna do this every time, isn't he? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he did. So that was a very incoherent rant because I did not structure my thoughts properly, and Future Pip is going to have a real crap time editing this. So high five to me when I do that. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because what is a ranty video without ranty discussions? Help me out. Help me out. And I will see you all guys next time. Thank you so much for staying with me, and okay, bye.